All right. So this is the pre-stream test. Can everybody see this? Any,
Pre-game,
everybody hear this? All right.
the tailgate
So
portion.
this is the pre-stream. Oh yeah, I can hear it. All right.
There
So
we go.
so you guys remember what to do exactly at 8:30, right?
Hit play.
Yes. So we're pretty much ready to go. We're just waiting for 8:30 to roll around, and we wanted to um, start this because of the fact that we have been having some technical issues with the YouTube streaming lately. For some reason, it's been being kind of goofy, so didn't want to have any kind of problems during the stream. So we started the stream early. So we're gonna give it about. We're not about. We're gonna give it 10 minutes. Right now we got in the house in the theater. We got Valkyrie Grinder with her bunny ears. Yes, Mike says remove your hat, madam. He cannot see. The lights in the theater have not come up yet.
Wait.
Huh?
Hi. Sorry. I cut out there for a minute.
He's talking
Hi,
about
Mr. Coffee.
he's talking about your bunny ears.
Leave my ears alone.
All right, let's see here.
Did you know in the new Monster Hunter event that's coming up, bunny ears is part of the event rewards, and it's also like this Rio dance body armor thing that looks really cool. I think of Rio, like the movie with the birds and all the dancing. Anyways,
We have technical minds like Val and Esp and Obs. Surely they can figure out tech issues. Yeah, well, more like Esp can figure it out.
yes, SP.
Esp to
He
the
said-
rescue. But yes, Ring is here in the background somewhere. We're waiting on Mr. Nicholas. He is running a little late. Hopefully, he'll be here soon before the actual stream starts. The actual stream will start at 8:30 for the films and all that. We just wanted to get started early to make sure we didn't have any difficulties and that the stream goes through. So right now we just have a little bit of chit chat moment with your favorite people, according to Miss Death the Fox Goddess. So hello, Fox.
Death,
We also got
my love.
Obsolete in the house in the theater.
It's like the WWF pay-per-view.
In your they brought it in your house back. Did you hear?
Did they really?
Yeah. And your mic is real low again. I don't know what you do to make it louder, but right now you're low again.
How about now?
Yeah, I guess you move it away from your face or something. But yes, you're much better there. But yeah, they had done an in your house pay per view recently. I was like, what? They brought back in your house. So Mike writes, Esp wants some additional nicknames. I do not want additional nicknames. All I was saying, because I was having a discussion with him, saying that, damn it, I'm the head honcho around here. Okay. This was a conversation in private. Hey, the movie hasn't started yet. Okay, so we can kind of S the king of sing.
So cute.
The king. Am I the king of sing? Am I the duke
You're
of
the
dialogue?
king of something. The king of doofiness.
I'm the king. I'm the king.
That sounds about right.
Wow. Hello, Mr. Gilf Strife. Gilf Strife says no talking in the theater. You have either of those two working for you nicknames, Esp? Hey, I'll be right back. You know what? I just realized I didn't fix myself a drink. I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, guys, Gilf, Fox, Mike, since you guys are watching, if at any point I need to turn up or turn down the volume of the film, in contrast to our own voices, let me know. I can actually adjust the volume up or down during the film if need be.
Felt like he was saying something, but I was reading the comments and I totally did not understand what he was saying. I'm so sorry.
It was directed to our viewers, so you're good, Val.
Okay. Ooh, pineapple juice and rum? That sounds actually tasty.
Say what now?
Mr. Coffee's sipping on some pineapple juice and rum.
Does sound good.
It's had my mouth watering as I look at my cherry Pepsi, trying to avoid the alcohol in my fridge.
Getting closer. Got about 4 minutes to go. Is everyone's fourth going smoothly? And I'm assuming mostly quiet, but everyone's going pretty good.
Yes, mine's going pretty well. I can't complain.
Awesome.
Dang nabbit. Okay. I'm trying to get comfortable. What?
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So Mike writes to be removed from the T-shirt contest. No, I will not do that. You're probably the channel's biggest supporter, so I'm going to enter your name whether you like it or not. And if you win, you win. The same goes for the rest of you. Obs, Ring, Val, you guys will all be entered into the drawing as well.
No drunk cowboy.
Dude, just because he won last time doesn't mean he can't, be entered. He won fair and square.
Spent 15 minutes on the server called Fair and Square.
Oh shit! I gotta make an adjustment before I.
At what point am I
this.
supposed to start the video?
8:30 on the dot.
From the 0 mark.
Yes, 8:30 on the dot. And you guys are gonna see some little bit of stuff happen there. But I just had to make some adjustments. Wait, shit! Did I?
He is always yelling.
I think I did the wrong thing. The chat is idiot. See, this is why we started the stream early to make sure that we did everything right. So it's 8:29. So remember, 8:30 on the dot. Count it down. Well,
Hey,
maybe.
on the stream, the chat is below the.
I
miss
just
you
fixed
to
it.
death.
You what?
Watch the clock.
20 seconds.
All right.
15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Now.
Show starts in 10 minutes.
We have to have some previews first. So once again, previews of coming attractions. I think you guys know what this is.
Why did I come in here? What the What the fuck? What the hell is this?
I gotta say, it's like the worst preview ever so far.
Wow! What the fucking okay? What the fuck is going on?
Right?
Oh god! Oh god! No! 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 No!
Notice how nobody's agreeing with you. Ah! What the fucking hell? Jesus Christ! Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. God damn it.
Worst preview ever.
Okay, so first of all, it's something that I threw together to have for this because I'm the one that does all this shit. Second of all, it was meant to look like those old-fashioned trailers where all they do is they show like a scene in a horror movie and then just put like that it's it's
You should have
supposed.
threw my scream in there.
I thought about it, but I don't know. I couldn't find it, to be honest with you.
Aw.
I didn't know which one it was.
It was Pacify.
Yeah, but I couldn't find which specific scene. And there is no skip button, unfortunately. Let me know if I need to turn the movie volume up or down, by the way, because I can't actually
I've
do
seen
that.
this.
Yes, so this is Dementia 13. I really want to see this movie. This looks like a very interesting public domain film that would be great for Halloween, so I really want to do this one. And thank you, Fox.
Or perhaps the new bride.
See? Fox says it's the best preview ever.
Know the frenzy of a wedding night
I'm hearing it's coming in okay.
in which a marriage is consummated.
So this is a vampire story? What is this?
It's like a slasher film, sort of.
Mesmerized by a world that
It's like a
cannot be
psycho kind of thriller
the
film.
mystery of the
About to say, did she have her tits out or something?
strange
Jeez.
rendezvous.
No.
An attempted escape.
Of course, this was pretty racy for the 50s.
Yeah, indeed.
Or 60s, actually.
But I want to watch it. I think it looks like a really cool black and white horror flick. Enter the domain of public.
The Damned!
So hopefully Nick will be joining us here pretty soon. Somebody can tell him the timestamp, just like last time. Hey there, odds and ensers, X7 members, and pals of Val alike. Be sure to tune in on Saturday, July 18th for a very special Odds and Ends Gaming live stream event, X7 Reprisal, where we'll be getting the old TFC gang back together for a night of full-out fragging fun. Again, that's Saturday, July 18th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Any subscribers to our channel who join the stream, as well as any former X7s who join in the TFC Mayhem, will be entered for a chance to win either an X7 t-shirt, a Val and Pals t-shirt, or an Odds and Ends Gaming t-shirt. The choice is yours if you win, so don't forget to mark your calendars, tell your friends, and set your reminders for X7 Reprisal right here on Odds and Ends Gaming.
I'd buy that for $1.
in case we haven't been pushing it enough, July 18th, 7 p.m. Central Time. Tune in, win a shirt.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Santa Claus conquers the Martians.
Wait, what?
I definitely want to see this during Christmas. Santa Claus Conquers
Is
the
it
Martians.
sad that I've seen this too?
I want to see it. I don't have any snacks this time. I just have a soda.
Santa
How
set
have
up
you
a
seen this?
fantastic automatic toy factory on
It
Mars.
looks hilarious, and not in a good way. Not like it's meant to be hilarious. I don't know. It looks like it's so bad it's good type thing.
The Martian leader battles the wicked
This is
bullseye
definitely gonna
in
be our
a desperate
Christmas
effort
flick.
to save Santa, the wise man of Mars. 900 years old.
The wise man
What's
of
up,
Mars,
Gandalf?
like the
Battle
meth head
toys.
of
When Martian
Mars.
kids and Earth kids join Santa to battle the bad guys of Mars.
They're fucking just fighting him with Whammo toys. Whammo! I swear I saw the fucking air cannon. You know that the air
Why
cannon
not?
from Whammo. Yeah, I want a junior
For
mint.
real space age fun, you'll be out of this world when Santa Claus conquers the Martians.
This is another one I want to see. Check this out. This looks interesting. This is another public domain film.
Supposing a more powerful form of royal jelly could be obtained. From the queen wasp, for example.
Socially, the queen wasp is on level with the black widow spider.
Oh, no. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Central. Janice Starlin will be your next guinea.
This seems like a Valentine's Day
A
special.
woman of fantastic desires. Sponsoring
Could
a
do something like that
scientist
for
with fantastic
Valentine's Day.
theories and demanding fantastic results.
Hey, Mike, have you seen this movie? The Wasp Woman? You're a movie buff.
23.
Lusting Queen by Night.
Enzymes.
It's like a wasp
Yeah,
vampire
they're going
thing.
crazy. They're
Up,
starting
down.
both killer and terror body to
What's that?
shreds.
Just said settle down.
Ah.
Can we watch Mommy Dearest on Mother's Day? That'd be great.
If it's public
What?
domain, we can. Do you know if it is?
No.
Yeah, remember, we do public domain movies because we can't
Yum,
buy
yum.
licensing.
It's time for a tasty,
Who's gonna get hungry?
refreshing snack.
Subliminal messages.
He's patting his wiener.
I mean, that's one way of putting it.
I mean, he literally was patting the wiener. Fucking had a
We
seizure there for a
promise to
moment.
satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go.
ATA your kitchen.
Here's a new
Yes.
treat. The corn dog.
The new treat, a corn dog.
Juicy wheatners are dipped in a thick, golden southern
Sick.
corn
Because
batter.
corn
Sick.
dogs were...
Remember, sick.
Some flavor.
Hey, Val.
Sick.
Hot dogs,
Sick and greasy. Mm.
What a bunch of sausage fest.
everybody does.
Here we go. God damn it.
Your favorite beverage.
Fox wants to know if you want a unicorn snack cake.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. That's a
Sick.
strawberry.
Sick, rainbowy, and veiny.
Say thick one more time. I'm gonna drive to your house and we're gonna fight.
Thick.
You're gonna get my thick fist in your face.
Oh my god! Thick fist in your face. Look at here. Johnny knows that he's like, yeah, that's right, baby. So I got dinner and a movie. You know what's happening tonight. She knows.
Yo, just say this. Fuck Pepsi.
Oh, I flew through the air
With the greatest of
As I
ease.
sip on my cherry Pepsi.
flying trapeze.
Even better.
Later, Gil.
Great gravity, I defy.
Yes, toddy.
So, I always heard the term hot toddy, and I thought it was like a sexual thing, but now I realize it's probably just hot chocolate with this thing, a hot toddy. Like, hey, anybody want a hot toddy?
Oh, jeez.
Everything's sex with you.
No, I just,
I know.
I used to
He
think...
accused us of being, whatever, and he just goes and does
I didn't
that.
accuse him. You didn't know anything. Look, there's a PSA. Look, carbon monoxide is the deadly poison. Here are a few tips for your safety. Keep your windows open when the motor is running. If you start
Carbon
to-
monoxide is just nature's way of keeping
if you start to
green
become
pool
drowsy,
clean.
turn the engine off and step outside. Be sure the exhaust system is working properly and is not defective. Never go to sleep while the motor is running. Thank you. Fine organization right there.
Uh-huh. Whoa.
So there's no intermission in this one.
There isn't?
No. It's a 1 hour.
That seems like a creative, question right there that really probably has been done.
1952.
Dude. Jinx.
Well, you can't pinch me, so. Or punch me, or whatever the hell it is.
You wish.
So, a quick tidbit, guys, before the movie actually fully starts. At the end of this movie, there is like an interesting thing that I found that I inserted. It's like a mini interview with Stanley Kubrick. That's at the end of it, so I thought that would be a fun listen to at the end. But yeah, stay tuned.
There is war in this forest. Not a war that has been fought, or one that will be, but any war. And the enemies who struggle here do not exist unless we call them into being.
It's like starting out like
This
a nature
forest,
documentary.
then, and all that
Fight
happens
monkeys
now
fighting.
is outside history. Only the unchanging shapes of fear and doubt and death are from our world.
Watch as the majestic hawk seeks out its prey.
These soldiers that you see keep our language and our time, but have no other country but the mind.
No country wants them. Please take them. Damn it, Goose, you're off course.
For us?
It's one of ours, all right.
You can't see us. But maybe they saw a plane back there.
There isn't much left of it to see, unless it's still burning.
Even if they could spot us,
Look out!
anything
It's a
that
drone!
they could do to help us here.
It's that bomb, the people there. Hey.
6 miles behind the enemy lines.
Well, that's not too far.
Not too far. In those 6 miles, there are probably thousands of guys. And every one of them was taught to shoot at uniforms like this.
If you're so worried about that, why don't you keep your voice down?
Why don't you put on a
I'm
different
not
uniform?
worried.
Or better yet, get naked.
I'm going to question the nature
What's going to
decision.
happen, Lieutenant?
Have you ever shot a naked person?
Somebody around us saw a plane go down.
Well, then, there you go.
They might be looking for us in the woods already.
But plenty of native people
Sure,
have
a lot
been shot,
easier if
so.
our arsenal was better stocked.
But for every naked person that's been
Very
shot, I can
much.
guarantee you that there's probably at least 50 more
Too bad your
clothing
phones didn't get your
people that have been
rifles out
shot.
of the plane. Let's see what can be done. Once you understand how a mousetrap works, if you're clever enough, you can use it as a springboard. Here are the front lines. From our position just before we crashed, we should be in this general area.
It's not to scale.
Our own lines are here, and we should be about here. There's a river that runs east of where we are now, I think. And that river cuts right through the front lines and winds up on our side. Now, as I see it, we might be able to use our reconditioned mousetrap on the river.
Is that your idea?
They're giant rats. Gotta execute them all.
Yes.
But how? How can we get down it? I can't swim very well. And Fletcher,
We could do it on a raft. At night. Well, we'll never make it any other way.
Like, that's a terrible drawing.
It's suicide to try to walk out. I wouldn't have the vaguest idea of how and where to start. This way, we could just cruise through together in a few hours and arrive in one piece. Now, by my computations,
Your computations. It was your brilliant figuring that got us here in the first place.
Halt! Who goes there?
What the fuck? He pushes the other guy down.
Clear my way. You're in my line of sight. And that's a Doberman.
With a collar. So I would not be surprised if it's some kind of like a tracking hound or something.
it must be somebody's pet. It has a collar.
Is there a beast
make
in
a
its
better
mouth?
watchdog.
Seems friendly enough.
But we can't use a mascot on this trip. Hurry up. We don't have all day.
jackass.
If no one has a better suggestion, let's head for the river. Some more animals might show up.
I'm still like wondering why the hell he pushed that guy down. Like,
I
just
know, right?
randomly, like, get the fuck out of my way.
He was looking for the right time to push him. That's how he justified it.
By the
Just,
way,
release some of the hate he has from me.
by the way, happy 4th of July, everybody. I don't think I've said that yet.
Hard, one foot fights the other.
Faster, the sun is lost.
Hills ahead.
Get there before it burns in the bushes.
I could do it alone. Just a corner to turn and me with this bunch of cripples. Nobody's safe here.
Are they watching me? Blame who? I'll blame the
Keep
big...
them
beat it on a string.
Lost, I should look around. Getting hungry. What's up? They're all scared.
Oh, much is in back of us.
So angry at each other.
Time for night.
Are these their thoughts? Their inner monologue?
Cracking in my head.
We'll need pause for the night.
Crashed through myself.
The bird was wounded.
I don't run for no.
I'm confused.
Wait.
What's going to hang?
I think it's their inner monologue.
No dying in the woods.
No rabbits there. No. Maybe I'm getting old.
Faster.
Turn on the lights, please. I'm sinking in the woods. Don't die here.
Scared. Dark.
It's been a while since I ate at that restaurant. I wonder if it'll still be there when I get back. I wonder if my wife is cheating on me. She better not. Because she is with asshole Ben. Ben as a whole.
Ben is a fucking hoe.
So they're behind enemy lines. Did they crash or were they on a mission or what?
I don't think that's been explored upon. Unless they're infiltrating behind enemy lines.
Oh my.
After we get past this road, the river isn't very much further. Mac, get down to the road and take a look.
You're not the boss of me. I'm hoping he'll get killed. I never liked Mac.
Mac's a hoe.
Yeah, stand in the middle of the street.
That's a real great idea.
He's wearing camouflage.
Over
Plus
here, my
yourself.
friends. Or maybe over here. the Millhouse. You know what's a crazy thing to think about?
Nothing so refreshing as an afternoon out of doors in enemy territory.
When this movie was made, most people had no idea that in a few years we're going to be involved
really
in the
too
Vietnam
bad that the
War.
sun doesn't burn his screen instead of brown.
Well, you have to remember, though, that the Korean War
Well,
was
if you see some
ongoing
strange
when this
faces
was
across
first
the
made.
way, just wave to them casually and try to look as native as possible.
Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Come here.
Not to mention it was the start of the Cold
Bring your
War.
binoculars.
What do you want?
I'd like you to see something. Around the riverbed.
What?
I can't make out exactly what it is, but I think you'll be interested. Come on.
I think there might have been blood in my stool. Can you check?
Over there. See?
This
Looks
is
like some
taking a
kind of
turn
small airstrip.
I wasn't expecting. At least with the conversations,
Yes,
I'm just
you're
saying.
right.
I don't know. I think I've been pretty tame thus far.
Lots of rank around.
Yeah, I guess.
Looks like a general.
Sure. Sure.
Wow. Look at that wonderful magnification from 1,000 yards
He's
out.
a general.
You can clearly see the detail in their rifles.
Let's get back and help with the raft.
It's my turn. Let me see.
No,
Back,
Johnny,
let's
I'm looking
go.
at the boobs. You have to wait your turn.
It's like, would you look at the wreck on that one?
Jesus.
Hey, you're the first one that made the joke.
Yeah, but he did a poor follow-up.
All we need now is Huckleberry Finn.
This ought to see us through.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all.
Yay.
Just casually lounging
Make sure
around.
it floats.
Yeah, that thing doesn't look like it'd float for shit.
It's unfortunate that we don't have a distinguished bottle to christen it with.
Yeah, we could give it a name.
That was not a jet.
I
They
don't
must
think
have
they
seen us.
said it was a jet.
If we stay here, we'll get killed.
It's starting to get dark. I don't know. Perhaps they didn't see us. But it's too dangerous to wait here until we find out.
But what are we going to do? How are we going to get back?
Hurry up. Let's go.
That plane must have landed down that house we saw before.
What's the difference?
There must be something big going on down there.
Maybe the generals are having a convention tonight.
I'm hoping they're going the opposite direction from that enemy outpost that they saw down the river anyway.
Dramatic music.
We didn't see this on the way to the river.
Well, we've been running in a new direction.
Whatever junk they're eating sure smells good.
Like Mother's own. Those guns look even more tempting than the food does. I've got an idea. Look, no matter what we do from here on, we're much better off with some guns.
There's no way they can know that those are the only two guys that are gonna be there. Hello, Victoria Robles. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you. We hope you're enjoying this 4th of July, and thanks for joining us on our movie night. The music's getting intense. Not the beans!
Pork and beans and cornbread.
Jesus Christ, these are some... Shut up, dog! Those are some dramatic stabbings.
We better hurry. There may be others around.
I'm going to get some of that stew first.
Sydney.
Finger licking good.
Maybe a long time till our next feast. You better eat something.
How's the stew, Mac?
Jesus.
God, you want a bib? Shit.
Kind of cold, but cold stew's all right.
Cold stew on a blazing island. We've just made a perfect definition of war, man.
That's ducky.
Of course, a blazing island with a tempest of gunfire.
Is that one of the
around
guys that got
us.
stabbed? Is he still alive, or is it...
No, that's the guy that got pushed down because of the dog.
Oh, I thought he was, like, still alive and playing dead or something. That poor
Grab
bastard.
those guns and let's get going.
Well, why did you have to shoot?
Forget it. Let's move.
We spend our lives running our fingers down the lists and directories, looking for our real names, our permanent addresses. No man is an island. Perhaps that was true a long time ago, before the Ice Age. The glaciers have melted away, and now we're all islands. Parts of a world.
Lieutenant, you coming?
Islands only.
Hey, how long are you gonna hang around here?
See, I knew it. I'm pretty sure somebody had to have heard that gunfire.
We're in a fine mess now.
I'd
Boy,
give
howdy.
anything to trade places with that dog we chased yesterday. Seems like whenever people get in a hole, they begin to get jealous of dogs.
I admit that our prospects aren't very cheerful. But how about going back to see if our raft is still there?
Look, if we were spotted, they'll have a trap waiting for us when we show up.
Well, it's a chance. But trying to walk out is as risky today as it was yesterday. We'll
Risk
scout
it
around
for the
river,
brisket.
sir.
Then
4th
what?
of July brisket.
Even if we find the raft there, even if none of them are laying for us, then what?
Then we'll
Why
have to
don't
sit
they
tight
remake
until
a
it gets
raft?
dark.
They have plenty
We'll
of
have
trees
it
around
over.
them.
We can sing
Right.
old songs if we get restless waiting.
What's the matter? What's the matter, Snookums? I hate
Oh,
to take cannibals.
Snooky.
So even if we get caught, you're pretty safe.
Leave me alone.
We may be in the woods, McClellan, but let's try to remain civilized.
You always gotta take it too
Yeah, I
far,
suppose
Mac.
You're right, Lieutenant.
Hurt my feelings.
Anyway, there won't be many days left to be civilized in. We stick around these woods much longer.
Watch your footing. So I've never.
Hey, did you go ahead and just wild cut loose in the water? You know, with all that jamboree.
I was gonna say, I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Or how does that song go, Val?
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Oh.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire, your desire.
There you go. See?
And that net must be heavy for her to be carrying it the way she is.
Didn't she have like just one
With
fish?
that one fish.
Yeah.
She'll see us. Shut up.
So heavy. Idiot! You idiot!
What the hell was
Now
that?
you-
That guy
now
like
you can't
deliberately.
spy. Now you can't spy from the tree line, and just whatever and be weird. No, you had to ruin it, and now she knows where you are, and now she all fucked up.
Wow.
Because now she didn't look for your ass, and now you're gonna have to probably kill her. Good job.
I think that's
Good
what it's
fucking
about. Is
job.
that they get spotted by her and they debate whether or not to kill her and whatnot, or I think they start lusting after her, trying to have their way with her or whatever.
But they're wearing camouflage.
With plus 10 stealth. How could she ever see them?
I like how he immediately jumps to them being voyeurs or their desire to
Wow,
be
that was
voyeurs.
like the lousiest jump ever. She had 3 seconds of scream there. What kind of shit is this? Damn it, Kubrick, I expect more quality from you.
Don't be afraid. We're not going to hurt you. She's quite nice. Don't you think so, boys?
Yeah,
I suddenly became very uncomfortable.
That's exactly what somebody who would legitimately not hurt you be doing. Be all caressing your hair and stuff.
That better part is.
Yeah,
By
that's
the way,
not
notice that he has a
creepy at
ring.
all.
All right, Coffee.
So he's
All
probably
right.
married, so you
Let's
shouldn't
not
be doing
forget
anything with
where
her.
we are.
Anyways.
Even we're lost in the woods.
I mean,
let's
that's
try to
like
remain
that's some rapist shit
civilized.
right there. The way he's like, "Don't worry, we won't hurt you."
Well, we can't stay here.
I won't hurt you. I'll just gently stroke your hair.
She's quite nice, isn't she?
And soon you'll be mine.
Should we leave her fish here?
Don't be funny.
You left her fish behind.
Her fish.
What are you going to do with her, Lieutenant?
Give me your belt. You too, Fletcher.
As a matter of fact, let's all take off our
She's
belts.
scared like we are. She doesn't even talk.
You know one thing that's
How
always
the fuck is she gonna talk if you have her mouth covered?
Now give me your
Right.
belt.
Let's hurry it up. My arm's getting tired.
How are they gonna
Be careful not to hurt her.
tie her up with? Wait, is it? Are they using vine?
their belts. That's why he had them. He had them take their belts off. And is he gonna like tie his hand to her mouth or what the
You
fuck?
know, one of them is going to get an idea here in just a moment. Just watch.
I hope she doesn't start screaming.
She is pretty.
She's a pretty little thing.
Why don't we just leave her here and get going?
Don't rush me. If we can make her understand us, perhaps she can tell us whether they found the raft.
How the fuck would they know?
Habla español?
I'll handle it.
For somebody who was sloshing around
quite
in a
sure she
fucking
wasn't
lake all
educated
day,
to
she
go on.
looks very clean.
Let's see.
Yes.
For real.
You see boat,
Boat?
boat.
Raft.
He's
Raft.
just,
That's-
he's
Wait,
just
is
waving
she
a hand.
Hispanic?
Yeah.
You see boat.
I wouldn't understand that shit.
You.
He's just waving his hand arbitrarily. How is that supposed to mean boat? He points at her, points at his head, and then waves
If she
his
can't
hand.
tell
Boat.
us anything, let's let her go.
Sure, so she can run downstream to that command post and tip our hand. You kids and your ideas. Maybe she was going there in the first place.
With the fish, you mean?
Sure. A general gets what he wants for dinner, no matter what. It's fish caught or fresh strawberries or gold plates.
This is
or any-
hardly the time to become a revolutionary.
We ought to continue to see about the raft. But we can't let her go yet.
Why? What'd she do to us? She can understand. She would have told you.
Me, quiet and shy. I'm just watching the movie here.
I'm very
I'm
succinct.
enjoying it.
Sydney, you'll stay here with the young lady until we come back.
Uh-oh.
Leave the youngest dude with her.
Yeah, the one who gets the most
You gonna leave
idealist
me here?
or potentially the most ravenous.
Yes. I told you to watch the girl.
Sure, this will work out just fine.
You're going to make me stay and then not come back. I know because of yesterday.
I look at her and I
Keep
get all
calm,
these feelings. I start
We're not
tingling
back by
all
night.
over.
Just get in touch with her old man about her wedding.
My
Maybe you can
pappy
settle
told
down
me
in a
about
tree
this.
house and raise some monkeys.
Leave him alone, Mac.
Don't listen to him. Remember, you promised to come back, Fletcher.
I want you to stay here and keep an eye on her because she may prove very useful if the raft has been discovered. We'll
They
be
can't
back
even
in a couple of
communicate with
hours.
her. How's she gonna be? Well, I guess as a
Now
hostage.
just relax. Don't get panicky.
See you later, Sidney.
Yeah, this is gonna go well. This is gonna be interesting.
The flashbacks. The pain. Oh, the beans. Why did it drop the beans?
He starts smooshing
Now
them
I
in his
can't
hand.
enjoy the beans. I'm missing
Dude,
the
look
beans.
at him rocking back
I'm
and
missing
forth.
the beans.
Forget the beans. Look at him. He's all.
Exactly, he's going through a bean withdrawal. Because those other bastards have to drop the beans. The
Isn't
beans
it-
will get kept them alive.
Glad they let me stay. I'm not fooling. Please don't be afraid to like me. Please.
Don't be afraid to like me.
That's why they let me stay.
Come
I
on.
thought you would like me.
I got my own set of beans. You want to share with me? I swear, we'll have such a good time together.
Don't do that. Don't move away. It's not my fault.
Wow.
She's moving away. She's just.
This dude is thirsty as fuck, man.
Don't scowl.
You dropped those
I'll make you
beans,
laugh.
man, sir.
Look, I'm the general.
What the fuck?
What?
This is cringy.
This is a descent
another
into
symptom
madness.
of bean withdrawal. That's what that is. He hasn't got his proper
Enough
daily
with the
nutrition
damn beans!
of beans.
Now he's eating corn on the cob.
Isn't he supposed to be keeping watch or some shit?
Hey, watch me.
Dude,
The general is here. Attention.
she must be
Glad to have
thinking,
you
oh
with
my
us, sir.
god, I'm gonna die.
Quite frankly, the situation is desperate. I don't think I can cope with it alone. Isn't funny? Isn't it? Orderly. More fat fish that the girl caught for me.
He's gonna start busting out a Charlie Chaplin
General.
impression.
I am the general.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, always have eaten your daily dose of required beans to maintain your sanity in such an era, in such an age. You have to be out there in the nature, in the wilds, like this young man is. And without having that
For the
necessary
love of-
dosage of beans, you could find yourself in this situation.
Lost on this terrible island.
Dude, this guy's never like seen a woman
God!
before or some
Oh
shit.
my god! I can't with this guy. I need an adult to come like.
This dude is fucking total psychopath, man.
God, my skin is legit crawling. Oh my goodness.
If he
Good
survives the
grief.
war, he's gonna go back home and become a serial killer. I guarantee it.
Next thing you know, he's gonna be like sniffing her hair and petting her, my precious. Oh my
Better take a
Jesus.
look around the river bend. Careful. We'll get to work camouflaging the ramp.
Why the hell did they leave him behind with her, man? That's just like. I guess they just wanted to get away from him. Probably does creepy shit like that all the time. They're like, man, that guy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't want to leave. You have to stick around for your daily dose of beans,
You're
Death.
not going soft-headed and thinking about taking her along with us tonight.
You're beginning to sound like Sydney. No. She could bring 3 friends, perhaps. But as it is, she'll remain locked in the forest like we were.
By the time they get back, they're... Oh, man, I don't know what they're gonna find by the time they get back.
What if this entire conflict, this entire war, was to get the best available supply of beans that there was in that
Oh, my
country?
god, enough with the beans!
No. We're already there.
Stop with
We're
the
not
beans.
going any further. For all we know, these gentlemen that they're seeing through the glass here are just are holding up the hostage of the entire nation's bean supply.
Can somebody shut
Without
him up
that,
about the
they'll
beans?
all go insane.
Ops, he listens to
Yo,
you.
down in front. Shut it.
This was a rifle sight. Then I could make the red eye between his ears. Then he'd see McClellan.
Uh-oh.
Girls always
Oh,
want to-
God.
But it's so hard to finish and wait for words.
You want to hear more? Do you? Huh?
This is torture at
All
this
right.
point.
Then the spirit and magician's power goes back to the island and
That's what
tells
it says.
Miranda
She's
that
like
her
her
father's
beans.
dead. The spirit sings how he's dead at the bottom of the ocean.
Dude, look at those
Tells
eyes,
Corin
man.
His eyes are pearls. And Miranda, her father's dead. Dead?
It's like...
Can't you understand anything?
Dude looks like Nicolas Cage.
Dead.
No.
Dead.
Like,
Dear
when-
God, but that creep vibe.
Now do you understand?
Creep back.
I feel bad for the actress in this, man. Like, I can feel the actress being creeped out by this dude.
I think that's actually good acting, though, in this case.
I'm sure it is, but still, this dude is a fucking creep.
Well, she has to project that the creepiness is getting to her.
All clear?
His parents never had the bird and the beast talk with him,
Everything's
so he just
alright.
doesn't know how to, like, freaking put these emotions out.
I'd like to talk to you about that
Oh,
house.
Fox is leaving.
What
She says it's too much cringe.
The house down
Sorry,
there.
Fox.
Hey, if I have to do this, you have to do this.
Yeah. Later on, Mac. Right now, I'd like you to go back to Sydney. I didn't like the way he was acting when we left. I'm a little concerned.
I guess that's the desire part of fear and desire.
As soon as we're through here, we'll join you. I don't want anything to go wrong back there.
She plans her escape, so that way she can get her next allotment of beans.
Look, Ring, he's bringing her beans.
Precious beans! Let her refill her
Wouldn't
strength.
he have a canteen? Oh my
Look
god,
at that!
the pie.
Look at that!
Oh my god.
That's exactly what he wanted. He wanted her in his hands. Oh my god! Look at him!
He gave her bad beans, and she knows it. Now she will take him out.
I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what the hell this movie was when
This is supposed to be like the 4th of July movie, not like a... I feel like this should be a Halloween movie.
I didn't know what the fuck it was.
That's me there for not properly reviewing the film.
She's done very good at not screaming. My god, I think she's lost her scream reflex at this point. Jesus. Val said about the hair.
Oh my god, he's like eating her face.
Look, he's fucking squeezing her face. Jesus, man. Back the fuck up, dude.
Bite him in the jugular. Rip his... Mike Tyson, that bitch. Knows no. God.
He's letting her go. He thinks she's into it.
Let her smile. She'll now pounce on her prey and take her beans back. The glorious beans that she
Oh
would
my
had.
god!
I'll get you loose. Just a minute. You'll put your arms around me.
Oh my god.
Wait.
This
I feel like I need to burn out my eyes.
You like me? Just a minute.
This is so much fucking cringe.
Look at her, she's waiting to
Ed,
pounce.
what the hell do you have us watching?
I didn't know what it was. I really didn't.
You were the one who suggested this
But
movie.
like, I knew it was a war movie. I didn't know that.
This is...
I mean, it's Stanley Kubrick. I mean,
They really need to stop going close to his fucking face. That is creepy as shit.
Tell a general.
you fucking idiot. What, she thinks she was gonna just leap into his
for your
arms?
beans. Take the beans.
Oh man, don't do it. After everything she had to endure. Hopefully the cringiness is over now. It took her death to do it, but hopefully no more cringe. Oh, poor girl. After all that she had to endure.
If I'm stuck watching this, Death, you are stuck with me. We endure this together.
It's not the end of the cringe. Look at he's still getting fresh with the dirt.
Okay, with blood.
See, buddy, you fucked up. You didn't use the right beans. You used pinto instead of refried beans.
Obs, he listens to you. Can you put a stop to this, please?
What?
Can you tell Ring to shut up about the beans? He listens to you, apparently.
What's the matter?
Please?
Where's the girl?
No more bean talk.
Very well, I will listen to you.
For Jelly.
She was tired. She went to lie down. Over there.
She went to lie down.
I fucked up. I gave her cauliflower instead of giving her lettuce.
Don't annoy her, Mac.
It made her go mad.
Man, fuck that
She's
guy.
still breathing.
What can you do?
See? She's still breathing. And where is her bullet holes? I'm just saying.
The magician did it.
It was the 50s, Val, okay? They didn't get that controversial back then.
Prospero the magician. First we're a bird, and then we're an island. Before I was a general, and now I'm a fish. Hurrah for the magicians!
Well, this motherfucker lost it. I'm not sure he ever had it, but...
It's blood, Mac. Cold. Cold. I'm going for a swim. Come on in, Mac. Listen to them. It's blood.
The origin story of the Joker.
I feel you, Palinus. His facial expression is how I'm feeling right now. Like, what the fuck is going on? I feel that. Oh my jeez.
Val, you said you loved war movies.
Not this.
What happened? We're
Like
sitting in the girl.
explosions and possibly two-sided,
He
not
must have gone out of his head.
rapey.
When I got back, he was just laying there.
You can definitely see the freaking Stanley Kubrick. As cringy as it is, I can see what they're doing and what
gone.
Kubrick was doing. It's definitely interesting.
He yelled something about how the magician does it. How before he was something, and now he's a fish.
Now he's a
Before he
fish.
could stop him, he ran away towards the river. He kept laughing and screaming.
We can't do anything about it now. We'll have to move again.
That guy had so
Nice
much
spot near the
sexual
raft.
tension
Best
that it
place to
literally
wait till
drove
night.
him nuts. My God.
Yeah.
I guess.
He was too horny for his own good.
Yeah. And I want to talk to you about that house down the river. And the general.
Talk to your kids about the birds and the bees, parents.
You must spend off the horniness.
Kill him. No, I won't hear any more about it. I don't know what's gotten into you, Mac. So you saw General. So what? The raft is all set.
I'm sad that
Bars
Nick
beyond.
didn't make it in time for this. I would have loved to hear his
Oh, he
commentary.
would love doing this shit.
Yes. Any word from him, Moms?
I have not.
How many times do we have to go over this?
I hope he's alright.
Must I tell you again? It's one of their generals to me. He's cheap at my rate of exchange, but our lives aren't.
Your rate of exchange. You make me laugh. If you had any guts...
Well, Fox,
Look, I don't wanna
let
talk
me
about
tell
it.
you about the birds and the
Forget about the
bees
generals
and the
for a minute.
flowers and the trees and the
What about the
moon
plane
up
you saw?
above. And a thing called
What
love.
about that plane?
To be fair, they didn't talk to me
We're
about it
already
either,
over this.
so.
It looks like a two-seater, and with that small field.
Well, we have
for me.
34 minutes left of this movie.
One of us can take that raft downstream to the field when it gets dark. Start shooting to draw the sentry.
He's like ready to go, Val.
The other two can plug that guy and
Yeah.
get away in a plane. While I keep
Longest
busy from the
34 minutes of my life.
As creepy as it is, I'm enjoying it. I actually am. It's
yeah, it's kind of
uncomfortable.
twisty.
You'd never make it.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Makes you uncomfortable to watch, but it's
Well,
interesting. It's
Well,
like-
it is an anti-war film, first and foremost.
You'll be right at home, sitting down nice and comfortable in a cockpit, looking down on what's going on.
I do like how they're not automatically portraying the
Recite a few
Americans as like the
sentences and
hero
everything will
good
be
guys.
all
You know, it's
right.
Well,
like
these aren't the Americans either. It's not explicitly
Just as
stated.
soon make the trip
well,
back
regardless,
nice
you know what I mean. It's
on a raft.
Do you
oh,
think
look,
you'd have
poor
any chance at
Fox.
all to get away with it alive?
I don't know.
No death. You must stick around.
Here I am. I'm 34 years old.
I think Mike
Never done
left.
anything important. Nothing. When this is over, I'll fix radios and washing machines, and they'll say, "Good boy, Mac." That's all. I don't care if they got 1,000,000 generals. There's one 2 miles from here. If his hide's gonna keep me from going nuts, like Sidney, only in a different way, I'm gonna put up my own hide.
But why should we? The raft's still there. As soon as it gets dark, it can take us all back tonight.
Who's this actor for the captain of the group? I
If
wonder.
I draw him down to the river,
I can look it
Fletcher
up.
can do the job and get away in a plane. What do you say, Fletcher?
Well, it's not that I want to seem important. Half the trouble in the world happens because some people do. But I think half the good things happen that way, too. If we could get away with it, it would sure be better.
I don't know the words to say what I mean.
Kenneth Harp is the name of the actor that plays the
something
lieutenant
for me.
or the head guy.
Something. Sure, I guess we can all probably make it back on that thing, but when you walk through the woods and...
Hey Val,
then
here's a
suddenly
fact
they
that you
dangle
might
a general in
appreciate.
front of you like magic.
The girl
And you know
that was
it's
just
only
killed,
for this once.
she's the same one that plays
can't turn
the
your
woman
back on
in The
them.
Brain That Wouldn't Die.
None of us asked to be here.
Really?
We all
Yeah.
had to gamble. It's not as if we
Interesting.
refused. We had to gamble once we crashed. That general raised the stakes, and we've been so lucky. Why shouldn't we put up a little more than we have to?
What are you living for anyway? To make talk? Why? Why is your life so...
So that guy, the other guy that ran off, I'm sure by this point he's naked in the woods, slathered with mud.
Why?
You know, with
I mean,
freaking
there'd
pine
be some
cones in
answer
each
to it.
ear.
I'd shout it, publish it, write it on walls.
I mean,
and
yes.
talk.
Do it for me.
Well, we have nothing to lose but our futures.
He does a lot of fucking close-ups, man.
Yeah, it does. I think that's Kubrick style.
At least it's not as creepy as with the other guy.
Hey, I guess we'll leave you now.
I think it's gonna be like the
Remember, don't
Titanic
start
with
for
the
a half an
door.
hour.
It's like, who's gonna be on the raft? It's
still
like,
there. We'll have time
I
to
think
get
that's gonna
back to you.
support all of them.
Don't worry, it'll be there.
And somebody's got a pedal.
Worst built raft ever.
Good luck, Mac. See you soon. Try not to get your feet wet.
Yeah, they're all splitting up.
Yeah. You look out for your head.
Okay, fella.
So long.
Mac, I hope that
You
sometime...
talk too much. I guess we both do a little.
You talk too much,
Sometimes talk is an indispensable medicine.
Yeah, but you get sicker later. Good luck, Lieutenant. I didn't really mean what I said before about guts.
Kubrick's all about the descent
Yes,
into
it is.
madness, so you can
Don't let
definitely
it bother you.
tell, you know, that it's his fucking movie.
Yeah. Well, that creeper
Take it
was
easy,
definitely entertained by that.
Oh, that dude fucking... He didn't descend into madness. He goddamn plummeted, fucking swan dove into madness.
Yes, pretty much.
He like cannonballed into
Yeah,
madness.
cannonball, swung around it, swallowed it down, and just embraced it.
The plane's still there, so I guess there's no really good excuse to go back.
I guess not. Can you see?
Hold it, hold it. Yes, there he is.
What time is it?
We have about 10 minutes before Mac begins. Let's hurry.
It's better.
Yeah,
better
just let me
to
go ahead and
walk
do it wide open
One man and one
by
gun
riding a raft, saying in it, being
hurts
obvious
too
to see.
to keep hurting everyone
Sure,
else
it's a
in
go
every
well.
direction. And to be hurt. With all the separate hates exploding.
You can tell that it's all
day
daytime. They just put like a filter to try to
can't
make it
help
look
it.
like night.
The curse buzzes out of your mouth with every word you say.
Oh yeah, cameras at the time sucked.
Nobody alive can tell which is which. Or what you mean. Yeah. You try door after door when you hear voices you like behind them. But the knobs come off in your hand.
What the hell?
Long enough now. Death. Long enough.
Fox, honestly, nobody's gonna make you stay. I mean, you're more than welcome to leave at any point. We obviously like having you around, but you know, if you're legitimately uncomfortable, we don't want you to stay against your own will.
There, Proteus. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? Staying away without leave for 2 whole days.
See, like now he's being
Officers
counter to
should
the
know
narrative
how to
because
control
Val
themselves
obviously
better.
has a hold on Death,
Have a drink,
and you're trying to bypass
Yes,
that hold because
I'm not bypassing. I'm just saying
you
it.
are. You are.
We have
You
to
are.
respect
You
our
are.
viewers.
You are.
Don't you know?
We have to
there are
treat our
evil
viewers with
spirits
respect.
without bodies who roam the forests looking for
Death has
unsuspecting
or Val hasn't
prey,
given you permission yet, Death.
and that when you open your jaws to disturb
She doesn't
the
need my
moon,
permission to leave,
why,
but
they leap into your mouth and possess you. Then
if you want to
become
leave
a
Death, you
spy,
can.
a murderer.
The only thing that will make this movie more
Or even a
cringy,
traitor.
like than what we just saw, is
Not
if this
your
guy
dog,
starts
sir.
treating
He
his
knows
dog the way that guy treated that girl.
No.
Proteus?
No bestiality,
Have you
please.
detected all the distant marchings?
See, Victoria Robles says,
Has
"Dan,
your
calm
wet
down."
nose
So yes,
become
calm
aware
down.
of all the blood
Wait, you're not talking to me, are you?
What else can you tell us besides your puppy dog sadness?
I wish you could tell us where those enemy soldiers from that wrecked plane are. They've been
Wrecked
bothersome
plane.
for the last 2 days.
They'll soon grow tired of starving and being hunted. Even Proteus grows tired of it after 2 days. See that Lieutenant Proteus gets something to eat.
Yes, sir.
Nobody's gonna cry for me later or cheer for me now. Nobody else is me. I know that. Who else but me is buried under the chain of everything I ever did? I didn't mean any of it. It was all wrong. Yeah, good riddance. Oh, what a trade. Him for me. What a thing to come to at the end. Like building a bridge. Or stealing the crown jewels.
I really want to know what happened to
Thanks,
that other
General.
I think it's gonna come up at some point.
He's probably going to give away their positions or something.
dude. Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
You're gonna come out singing, "I'm the Muffin Man."
Waiting. Waiting to kill. Waiting to heal.
Who's smacking their lips?
Die.
Sorry, it's me playing with.
I waited in the north for 4 divisions. One by one, the men turned black as we waited for the last snowflake to dissolve.
He sounds drunk.
Across the valley, our enemies
Oh, they
flew
were
on their
drinking some
cold
liquor.
hands
True.
until no more breath came.
Drunk in their rationalizations, they've come up with a new
They
plan.
knew it.
We now must go and cultivate all.
What is with the creeper smiles in this shit?
But the armistice was a mutual disappointment.
It's a part of the descent of man into darkness. I mean, they are the enemy.
Now he's in his counting house, figuring up the corpses on his maps, full of his supper. Oh, they'll get him soon.
Sorry.
Duck in our shooting gallery.
Mm.
And I'll be the wheel under all the ducks and all the bullseyes. I should talk. The clay pigeon on a slow raft.
See, we're not coming to a climax, I feel.
Yeah, everything's kind of converging on one
Frankly,
point.
I still become uneasy when I find myself trapped, directing the courses of frightened
Fox
men.
wants a hug after this.
I cannot quite admit that it is I who am creating
Okay.
slaughter in this abyss.
I'll get on Conan or Monster Hunter and hug you in some form of way.
So that I ordered this or that. I'm trapped. What is a prison for me I make a grave for others.
To your health, sir.
Salud.
Salute.
It's the only way to finish up. Alone.
This actor looks familiar.
Cold in the middle of the night.
I think he looks like Tony Shalhoub.
Helping me out of my
Who?
Tony Shalhoub.
Sometimes these
He played Monk.
Oh, right.
Oh no, I don't think him.
I think he kind of looks like him. I know it's not
I
him.
wonder if my own
Yeah.
grave isn't being planned. Here. Here. Here.
Music's kicking up. They're at what looks like a plantation or something.
No more Sundays. No more 1,000 things. I'm a little scared, though. Just a little. Like kissing my great-grandmother when she was dying.
Hey, Jim, how you doing? Oh, just fine, Bob. How about you?
Come on out of your tent, you half-witted cannibals!
You fucking announce before you shoot and you miss? Oh, I guess he's just trying to get the attention.
Yes. Advance!
You need every single guard to go to the front. I mean, don't they realize that this could be a distraction tactic?
They're probably not the brightest. He's on his last inches.
Sinking into the water. The other dude's gonna fucking pop out screaming. Maybe not. They achieved their mission.
I missed him. I think he's only wounded.
Come on. We have to finish him off.
But they stopped shooting at the river. They'll be here any minute.
Well, stop wasting time.
And there's Droll. He's drooling.
Yep.
Good grief.
That's not the most disturbing thing we've seen tonight.
Okay, you're right about that.
I surrender.
No surrender!
That looks painful for the actor.
Come on, let's go. Please. Please, we don't have any time.
Oh. Aww.
Poor Doggo. His master slain. Unable to get the beans that he wanted.
Well, I guess dinner's served.
Hey, our boy's still alive.
Merrily we roll along.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Oh,
Who's that?
it's the fucking creeper.
Why is he just fucking waiting there?
Probably tell you he's a creeper.
Here's Johnny.
Hey, you're about 15 years too early.
You going back? Can I come? I won't be any bother.
Sure, kid.
Hmm.
Hop on. There's plenty of room.
You know,
I would
you
not
can't
be
one bit.
fucking. Ladies and gentlemen, social distancing. You want to keep away from people like this?
Isn't there?
Yes.
All right, Mac. You rest.
Uh-oh.
I'll be quiet. You know, I lost my watch. Mac, look, don't close your eyes. The trees. They're naked. They're naked, Mac.
Did you just say the trees are naked?
I mean,
He sure did.
What is wrong with this fuck?
This dude is fucking gone. And thanks, RDG.
Hey, Augie G. Happy 4th to you. Hope you're staying safe.
Hey, look, Skytrains in Mitchell's.
Yes, I think this is near towards the end of the film, just a heads up.
Right.
And what happened to the sergeant?
Obs, you've seen this movie?
No, I'm
I don't
just
know, sir.
gauging it from.
Oh, well, I'm just
relative,
curious
like,
if you've
You
seen
might
it.
make it.
No, I have not.
Sir, with your permission, I'd like to go down to the river and watch for him for a while.
Yes, sir, the same goes for me.
You most certainly have the right to it if you wish.
Look at him just rubbing that cigarette into his beans. What's wrong with this guy?
Man, how did beans be... You have a thing with beans. Last time you posted that Chris Benoit pinto or pork and beans thing. I mean, what is your infatuation with beans? Beans, the musical food.
You
the
mean
more you eat, the more you do.
inflatuation? Get it? Inflatuation.
Get out!
Wow.
Get hell out!
That was a good one.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry, y'all. No, I'm not sorry.
Do you think you'll come back?
That was a
you're
good
not
one. I like
sorry.
that. It was a good one.
I don't know.
And hello, Mike. Where have you been,
I'm
sir?
not sure yet whether even we've come back. I think we've all traveled too far from our own private boundaries to be certain about these other things anymore. But come back to
Seems like it.
ourselves. Part of me's glad, but
Yeah,
That one kid has screws loose.
I'm glad in a way, too.
By now, that kid has
I feel
eaten
free
the
all of a
guy.
sudden,
Probably.
but somehow I don't want what I wanted before. I know it's good. There's nothing else I can want. I'm all mixed up. I wish I could want what I wanted before.
does your head bother you?
No, it's something else. It's... What's that?
Oh, there. Over in the mist.
Hey, kid, you want to see a dead body?
Hey, kid, you want to see a creeper?
I guess I'm not built for this.
They're like, oh man, Mac didn't make it, but we got this fuckhead back.
All the trick we perform when we'd rather
Exactly.
not die immediately. Come on.
And these are the days of our lives.
It goes right back to the opening scene, the opening shot. Well, this has been an experience. Well, that was a fuck. That was definitely a real creepy ass character, man. What do you guys?
Did you know that only 13 people worked on this film, if I remember correctly? Only 13.
Here, check this out. There's a thing that I'd like you guys to listen to here. Check this out. It's only about 5 minutes.
Okay.
He disowned the film by calling it a child's drawing on a fridge and describing the film
We can
as...
read.
I'm reading it for... Damn it, Ring.
I had a certain amount of money, and I was still working. So then I
The
quit.
man himself.
We can hear.
I decided that there obviously wasn't any money in shorts, but that I then found out how much feature films were being made for, and millions. And I had calculated that I could make a feature film for about $10,000. And
well, how did you calculate that?
well, again by projecting the amount of film I'd shoot.
10,000 in
get actors to work for
1952.
practically nothing. Work with. At this point, I was the whole crew: cameraman, assistant cameraman, director, everything. So I had no cost. So a friend of mine in the village did a script.
Were you living in the village in those days?
I was living on 16th Street, off 6th Avenue, and he did a script which was a terrible, sort of dull, undramatic, but very, very
Yes, it is,
serious allegorical story about 4 soldiers from an unnamed country lost behind enemy lines trying to find their way home again. And it had lines in it like, we spend our lives running our fingers down the lists of names and addresses looking for our real... No, running our fingers down the lists of something or other, looking for our real names or our real addresses. I can't remember what the line is, but it was that kind of a thing, And of course, I totally failed to recognize what I didn't know about making films or anything. I just thought, well, these other 2 things have turned out pretty well, but they were documentaries. And
the second thing had turned out pretty well.
yeah, but I didn't really know what I didn't know, and I thought, well, Christ, there really can't be very much more to making a feature film, and I certainly couldn't make one worse than the films that I kept seeing every week. And but
damn, burn.
I wasn't satisfied to just make an interesting film. I wanted it to be a very poetic and meaningful film, and it was a little bit like the Thurber story.
Yeah,
about
it was
the
very
midget, who wouldn't take the
cringy,
face on
but
ball.
interesting to say the least.
And decided to swing, And so I got the film made, and but it was very, very dull, and it got an art house distribution.
He considered
It was
this
called
film
Fear and
dull?
Desire, distributed by Joseph Burston, who was at one time. I think
Yeah, I know
was
he
the
wasn't happy
distributor
with
for
this film at
Brian
all.
Rossellini's pictures. It got a few reasonably good reviews. It got a nice blurb from Mark Van Doren.
Dude, I think in the 50s this would have
And,
shocked the shit out of people.
Who was very kind about it. And it had a few, it had a few good moments in it, but with the exception of 1 or 2 of the actors, they were all terrible actors, and I knew nothing about directing any actors.
How did you go about directing them? Just sort of.
Well, I don't remember. It was really, just, it was really just, well, actually, from some of the so-called professional efforts I've subsequently seen, people doing, I would say I didn't go about it that much differently than a lot of people do, but I didn't really know anything, But there were some good moments in it, and as I say, it even got a few good reviews. But it never returned a penny of its investment.
No, it didn't make a profit.
Was this your own dough you put up?
No. I raised the money privately. And then, while this picture was, took a long time to edit the film and get all the, the thing done. I spent over a year on it. And it opened at the Guild Theater in New York, and it was pretty apparent, that it was terrible. And
Leave It to Beaver.
while it was still playing, I decided, well, I'd better get another script very fast and try to promote some more money on the strength of just the fact that the thing was playing, because it wasn't apparent to me how I was going to earn a living or do anything, And again, not one single offer ever to do anything, from anybody. So I.
1966 had The Shining already come out? Shining's from the 70s, right?
And this time it was sort of a reaction to the other one. This was nothing.
Mike, when was The Shining made? Oh. Have I lost everybody?
I was just listening to the thing.
Well, yeah, apparently Kubrick hated this movie. He didn't care for it at all. It's definitely interesting. I actually liked it quite a bit. It achieved creeping me out. Not scaring me. It was obviously not a scary movie, but definitely has that make your skin crawl vibe to it. And I thought it did a very good job of that. And he says that all the actors were crap, or he said they were terrible actors. I've noticed that in movies from the 1950s, and even the greats are guilty of this. I mean, take Vincent Price in the movie that we saw last time. I think that they tend to overact. I think it was just the way that they acted at the time, because I noticed that a lot of classic movies have overselling and overacting. So I kind of expected that, and when the guy was all creeper, I mean, his eyes, I commented on it, how I felt not as the character, but as the actress, just to be there feeling all that. I was like, man, that's a mark of a good actress. I mean, I'm sure that she was probably feeling that. I thought it was a very good movie. It definitely had its lows, and that was obviously the high point of the film, as far as the dramatic peak. But I enjoyed it. It's definitely creepy, but I enjoyed it. What are you guys' thoughts?
If it was going for sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
If it was going for the creep or uncomfortable feeling, it definitely shot that. It definitely got that. Even when after the whole "my precious" moment, just you could see the other ones, what is it, the general or the lieutenant, who was just touching her too. I don't know, just
even him was kind of rapey.
Yeah, that it's just with today's events going on, this film probably would have been I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get this film completely erased or whatever, just how it is. But yeah, I liked it, but it still makes me uncomfortable.
So,
and
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay. So the cringe factor is at 5,000 by the molestation scene. But actually, if you think about it, that's just a result of what that guy has been through, because he had the flashback scenes right before that happened. He was already deranged from his mind. So the scene with the girl was probably pretty much a byproduct of his experience of going through that action or in the film, and probably before the film. Uh, I kind of did that they were aiming for the general, but at the same time, it's like, why? There's no real urgency. I may have missed it if there was. It didn't explain how that lieutenant, who by the way is in a flight jacket and hat, is doing with Army group or Marines at that point. There was some mismatch in the setup, but I could let it slide because it was made with 13 people, only had a $10,000 budget. I understand there was another scene that was supposed to be at the end of the film, but it was scrapped by Kubrick for some reason that was related to the production of the film. But it gets pretty deep into the psyche of people just losing their shit in a war zone. There's not a whole lot of combat, but
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting to say the least.
Yeah, the fact that their plane got shot down, they're behind enemy lines. It was a 6 mile thing where the guy in charge is saying, "Oh, it's only 6 miles," and everyone else is like, "Only 6 miles behind enemy lines," and just having to kill his other soldiers pretty much at knife point, and for the one guy just to be in complete trauma the whole time, and just it was a bit unnerving.
I think it speaks volumes. The fact that we actually had, I know it was kind of bothering you, Val, and it was very noticeably bothering Fox in the in the stream. I think it speaks volumes that it was achieving, even with us like riffing on it the whole time and joking about it and stuff. The fact that it was achieving that level of discomfort, it speaks definitely to the power of that movie, especially that scene. Because that dude was making my skin crawl, which I think is the goal, and it's like he's fucking creepy. It's not easy to display a total fucking psychopathic creeper like that, and that guy definitely did it. To real quick read some of the messages that we've had from Mike here. The greatest of all time said 75% of actors should be kept in cages until they are needed. Most of the top 10 directors of all time had huge disdain for the stupid or average, sadly. The Seafarers, a documentary short from 1953, Fear and Desire, 1951, Day of the Fight, documentary short, 1951, Flying Padre, documentary short, directed by, I guess maybe Kubrick, Spartacus, 1960, 1957, Path of Glory, 1956, The Killing, 1955, Killer's Kiss, 1955, Eyes Wide Shut, 1999, 1987, Full Metal Jacket. I think he's just kind of going through the discography,
It is.
the filmography.
You just said it right there, IMDb page. You just reading off of it.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's his list of all his films. I will say that I do love The Shining. I haven't seen Doctor Strangelove. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the new movie that came out that's like a sequel to The Shining. What's that? Doctor Sleep? Is that what it's called, Ops?
Yes.
Is that directed by Kubrick?
No.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Kubrick, I believe, is dead. Been long dead for a while. So.
Really? I didn't even know that. Oh,
Did I make it in time?
Stupid me.
No, you missed it.
You missed the whole movie.
Entirely. Dude. No. Dude, you just missed like some of the greatest shit ever. Like halfway through the film, it was like cringe factor 5,000, dude. Like no shit.
This was
you would have been like all over that shit if you were here.
This was a very weird movie, Nick, and we would have definitely liked to have had you in this, man.
Are we still live, or is it over?
We're still live, but you just.
It's the post-film discussion.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah, I worked late, and then I had to go do something. So sorry.
That's cool. I mean, life comes first, but yeah, this is a. Yeah, it's fucking.
Let's watch it again. Not playing.
I would definitely recommend that you watch it just so you can catch what we saw, because holy shit.
But yeah, all in all, I think it did what it was supposed to do. I think it achieved the whole thing about freaking everybody out. Fox, thank you for joining us. I know that made you uncomfortable. We thank you for joining us, Michael.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, you got to see what we're talking about. I mean,
Varian.
Val,
Maybe
tell
it's
him.
best I missed this.
Tell him, Val.
No, I'm not gonna. No, if he wants to watch and see what our expressions are like, he's just.
I'll
Yeah,
rewatch this. I'll watch this backwards. Yeah, I'll watch this back to see what happens.
it might be better.
I had no
Just
idea
kidding.
what it was gonna be. I honestly didn't. But I know we had a Victoria Robles at part of the stream at one point. Augie G, Gil Strife popped in. So for everybody who, joined the stream, Mr. Coffee, obviously, thank you so much for your time and for joining us. Anybody else have any thoughts that they'd like to impart before we kind of leave off the stream? Mr. Nicholas, you want to say anything? Shout out to our viewers or anything?
Not until the
I kind of just
18th.
walked in at the end, so hello and goodbye.
Not until the 18th.
That's right, not
Mr.
until the
Coffee?
18th. This is not the T-shirt thing, Mike. This isn't that thing. I've been saying the 18th all this time.
This is that thing?
No, it's not
Did
that
I win
thing.
a T-shirt? Did
No,
I show up to win a T-shirt?
It's not that thing.
Drunk cowboy moment there.
Well, I'm not drunk, but giddy up, partner.
You don't get it.
I know what happened. I know.
Anyway, Obs, Ring, Val, anybody else have anything to impart?
Let's all go to the movies.
Let's go to the movie. Mm.
Yes, it was an interesting movie. We'll see if we try to find something a little more lighthearted next time around when we have our
What
next
did I
movie.
miss?
Mommy Dearest, if it's available.
Well, Dementia 13, I say should be our next one around Halloween time, or maybe we'll do something for Labor
Yeah.
Day or something. But that one looks real interesting. But I didn't expect this to be like a psychological horror thriller. I thought
Have
it was
you
like
never
a war
seen
movie.
this movie?
I've never saw it. I didn't know what it
Oh.
was. Val, hug, says Fox. Anyway, with that, we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And keep in mind that July 18th, 2 weeks from today, we will be having our X7 reunion, X7 reprisal. And anybody who joins our stream on that night will be entered for a chance to win a T-shirt. So by all means, please be sure to join us. As always, if you liked what you saw, and even if you didn't, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
I gotta
and,
watch this back.
And settle down.
You really did, dude.
Take it easy. Bye bye.